Welcome to your first yoga class. Here we go. We're going to do a Yoga with Adriene introductory class later on. I just wanted to introduce a couple of the poses. Some of you are new, intimidated by bendy people. I wanted to share that you could start anywhere, which is how I began, starting anywhere. We're going to do a simple seat, a tabletop pose where we're on all fours, and to end, everyone's favorite, a child's pose. That's it. Real simple. Step one, show up, give it a try. The reason I chose Yoga with Adriene for our first class is she's got a lovely way of introducing each pose in an open way. She doesn't dictate that anything's done a certain way. Adriene seems to tap into what I would consider a true sense of yoga, where we're really here for ourselves. We've set aside some time to be here, present in the moment, letting go what's come before, what lies ahead. Just spend a few minutes here. If you're like me, you look around, you're going to see nobody. It's just us. There's no rules. There's no mistakes. We're just here. If you have to hit pause, go hit pause. Go find a blanket. I've got Keegan's John Deere blanket here. What we're going to do is fold it pretty high. I want to sit on this to lift. And we'll come into a cross-legged seat. Now, this could be a number of different ways. Right leg in front, left leg could look like this. Could start pretty much any way you'd feel like. But eventually, you're going to do what you can to be comfortable here, present, in this moment. What does that mean? It means acknowledging that thoughts are going to come and go. The voice in your head is going to talk. And what we're working on today is letting that voice know that it's not needed right now. We're not doing anything. We're sitting here. We all know this is just a few minutes. We have the whole rest of our day ahead. Just be here. You can hear noises in the background, the ringing in my ears. Just be here. Adriene will walk us through breathing slowly, slower yet. Breathe in and out. I like to imagine that there's a little string at the base of my neck that lifts me up and I get light. Like a marionette. In this course, Adriene will have us bring our hands to a prayer pose. And she'll touch on the idea that doesn't have to mean anything. Perhaps it's just a matter of what's necessary to lift our hands or more. When a thought comes, return back to what it's like to breathe slow. It's not easy. You'll notice there's a lot of dead space. I find the hardest part of yoga is this idea of nothing. Not creating, not building, not moving. I'm here, sitting on a floor, sitting on a towel or a blanket, just here. You return your hands to their sides. Let your arms become heavy. What did that change? Hard to say. The next thing Adrian will have us do is lift our arms up. As an introduction to this idea that there are poses in yoga. I'd like to think the poses don't matter. This entire pursuit. It's how to breathe and be in such a way that it wouldn't matter what position we find ourselves in. We're just here, seeking clarity, the flow state, if you will. I know it from skiing, where the world seems to disappear when you're in a turn or in the air or on a rail. The whole world is gone. You're just there in the moment. What is that? Can we do that here? Lift your arms. For me, I feel the sides of my body working a little bit here. How much of that is my mind sending signals that something is going on? And how much of that is actual effort? As I sit here and I feel like I let my arms become light or pulled on like the marionette. Can I get lighter? Let's put our arms down. That's it. It was your first pose, your first yoga pose. There's not a lot of reason to do more than that. I'd like to think that just sitting here would be a full practice. But it feels good to move, to run through range of motion, to test ourselves in these different positions. Can we be this calm as we move through other poses? Second position is called tabletop. I want everyone, this is just a little weird, but go to a place where you're a cat. Not a furry, but a cat. Feel like you're a cat for a second. How would your cat move from this position to the next? Is it with intention and grace? Clunky? As we go from here, take your time. Set your blanket in any way that feels right. We're going to kneel right on it. Cat. Be a cat. Fingers down, they touch the mat gently. I got a lot of weight in my legs here. Keep moving in such a way that you come to this evenly weighted position on your hands and your knees. I'm not going to get into the details. We'll leave that for Adrienne when we do her class here in a moment. But from here, if you were a cat, how would you move? Meow. Meow. This next position, from here, we don't really leave this for half a second here. But look up, just a little bit. Not all the way, you don't want to hurt your neck. They call this cow. Udders. Get it? Udders. The next one, cat pose. You're going to push your arms down. You're going to lift your back up. You're going to make a little hiss. Meow. And go through that a few times. The general idea here, and again, the poses don't matter, is to feel how your spine is moving. That's it. Everything else is extra. There's no reason to think. We're just here on the floor. A little time for ourselves. From here, just breathing slower and slower. The next pose in Adrienne's video is a low lunge. I like to lift up just a bit. We're going to take this right leg and do the best we can. Just swing it slow, gracefully, slow motion, next to your hand. It may have taken a few tries, might have taken you longer. Nothing matters. You're by yourself. We're just here. Adrienne will help out with how to move our bodies in such a way. I just want to take a half a minute here to see if this feels good, to see if it's better to be forward, back, put a hand on a knee and see what that does for us. Take that left hand now. Make it light. What muscles did we have to engage to take our hand and make it light? Does this feel good? I'm going to take my left arm all the way up. I'm just going to give it a glance. My arm doesn't go all the way up. Years and years of injuries mean that that's as far as I can go today. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. I just came in from shoveling on the BMX track out back. Today, that's as far as my arm goes. Slowly, let's go to the other side. Put that knee down. Shift the weight to the right hand. That left leg's going to go back. And I'm going to slowly slow as I can. Slower still. Move that to the front here. What's going on this side? Probably different for you as it is different for me. Check in with the hips. They want to be back or forward. I'm going to put the left hand on the left leg. See what that did. Just remember, as the thoughts come and go, we're seeking clarity. We're looking for a place where we're in this room. Here. That right hand is light now. And I can feel, some activation in my leg, in my back. But really, does this work? Or am I just feeling my mat with my fingertips, running my nails along the pattern? Elbow. Arm up, right arm. This arm goes a little more straight up and down. There's no right, there's no wrong, no rules. How does that feel? And I lift my finger a little higher. Let's return back to our all fours tabletop as we move to the last pose Adrian's going to move us through. This one, knees go a little wider on your blanket. Your toes will come together and touch. This one's called child's pose. If you have a block, you can put it just in front of you. Breathe through your nose, out through your nose. Stick your hands out in front, like a cat or a dog. Feel your mat in front as you slowly relax. If you feel that any part of you is holding on, gripping, or trying, consider what breathing would do to relax that spot as we lower our head down to the floor. This is it, child's pose. Take time to appreciate this next 10 seconds that you have nowhere to be, nothing to do. To look beyond a mat 6 inches from your eyes and let the idea that you need to be doing anything dissipate slowly. You can come out of this any which way you feel. Adrian's going to walk us through how to link these together nicely. So we'll do the class. I would imagine that the best way for us to go from here is, after we get through this class together, go back and find Adrian's video, the class we're going to do, and then let me know. How did this go? Your first time doing yoga. Enjoy your day.
Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, and Benji's over here laying at my side, and we have a super quick 10-minute yoga basic. So this is perfect for the complete beginner. This is going to set you up to grow your practice and make you feel like you kind of know what you're doing, what you do, and I'm here to help. So hop into something comfy, grab a blanket or a towel if you have one, and let's get started. Alrighty, let's begin in a cross-legged seat. So come on down to the ground. If you brought a blanket or a towel, I will invite you to fold it up a couple times to give yourself some lift, okay? And don't be afraid to really give yourself some height, because that's gonna help us sit up taller with more ease. It's gonna help us kind of come into this comfortable seated position you hear people talk about in yoga, and really when we can get the hips up above the knees instead of the knees really hiked up above the hips, we can start to find length in the spine and that posture that we are here to explore. So give yourself a little lift. And when you've settled into your seat for today's quick practice, relax the shoulders and just take a second here, if you feel comfortable, to close your eyes and sit up as tall as you can. And know that this time is already valuable, so you don't have to nail the seated posture. If your knees are hiked up, if your hips are high, your low back is tight, just know you are not alone. But we have to start somewhere, and a good 10-minute practice is an excellent place to begin. So close your eyes. Accept where you are today, and thank you so much for being here. Take a deep breath in through your nose, nice and easy. And a long exhale out through your nose or mouth. You can totally choose, just move intuitively here with your breath, inhaling in deeply and exhaling out through the nose or the mouth, your choice. And again, deep breath in and long breath out. And one more time, deepest breath you've taken all day, deep breath. In and out. Nice. Now continue to breathe deeply. You don't have to match those big inhales and big exhales, but whatever it means to you, you want to just keep an awareness of your breath. So don't let it drop back into that unconscious breathing pattern that we often move throughout our day in. Best you can, allow your yoga practice to be about conscious breath, this constant, even if it's small, awareness of how you're breathing. If you keep that up, you're going to have a beautiful practice. All right, so hands come together next, palms at the chest or the heart space. We call this Anjali Mudra. And we'll just drop the chin to the chest here. And there is a moment to kind of connect to your heart space or your emotional well-being. And if that's not really why you're here, or that doesn't feel comfortable for you, just enjoy this awesome stretch in the back of the neck. Yes, and if you're like me, I'm like, I'll take both. You can just take a quiet moment here. And then slowly lift your chest up towards your thumbs and just see if that allows you to sit up a little taller, longer through the spine. If not, that's okay. We'll take one more quiet moment here, just finding stillness. And then and expanding our awareness of our breath, how we're breathing. And you can take in any sounds that you hear around you and start to notice how you're feeling today. This time on the mat, yoga is actually not about accomplishing kind of what you think yoga is supposed to look like or feel like. It really is all about you being honest with your experience and taking in your surroundings, becoming more present with what is. Let's take a deep breath in to transition here together. Inhale. And exhale to open your eyes, release the hands, and we're just going to bring the fingertips to your sides. So we're about to come to all fours. So sit up nice and tall, draw your navel in and up, and inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Fingertips kiss together, or they can just reach up towards the sky. Get long, long, long through your sideways. And think about drawing energy up from the base of the pelvis, whatever that means to you, and see if that kind of changes the way you embody this shape. Good, then inhale, if it's all right with the neck, look up, and then exhale, float the fingertips down. We'll do that twice more, but a little faster. Inhale, reach up, big breath, big stretch, long side body, engage, lift from the pelvic floor, just play, and then exhale, float it down. Last time, inhale, reach, lift, see if you can lift the muscles of the pelvic floor a little, reach, 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 find that support from within, and then exhale, float it down. Awesome, come forward. We're gonna come to all fours. We're gonna use that blanket or towel if you brought one for a little padding on the knees. Take your time transitioning. If I'm ever moving a little faster than your body wants to move, obviously listen to your body and really celebrate that relationship that you're honing in on here with the yoga practice. Knees come underneath the hip points, so we're stacking the bones always from the ground up, and wrists come underneath the shoulders, same thing. Spread your fingertips wide, really feel that stretch, and then just allow your front body, the weight of your body, to collapse down here into the earth, just like me here, so just let it all hang. Now we're going to start with the feet. Press into the tops of the feet. Press, just imagine pressing into the shins, and then start to lift your belly up and lengthen your lower back. If you're curious as to what I'm talking about exactly, you can peek at me. I'm going to go from here in this state of just kind of collapse to engaging, bringing awareness to lengthen my low back. Now draw your navel up. Send your chest up towards the ceiling. Feel your shoulder blades kind of move left to right, broadening through the upper back. And then the last bit is to press into the hands, and remember that your neck is an extension of the spine. So your neck might be hanging here like this. You want to lift and lengthen through the crown of your head forward, so that now you have this beautiful line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Great, tabletop position. Drop the belly now all the way, open the chest, look forward, cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, cat. Again, drop the belly, open the heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine. Twice more, nice and slow. Moving the spine, but starting to really work on this strong foundation, this base that you're going to continue to build and grow your practice from. Great, come back to that tabletop position, so nice neutral spine. Then nice and slow, we're going to send the right heel out, straighten the right leg to just stretch through that right leg, right foot. Then you're going to step the right foot all the way forward, and it may take a couple steps to get it all the way up so that you're in a nice low lunge. From here, we're going to make sure the right knee is over the right ankle. Again, always looking to stack the bones from the ground up. Then right hand comes to the top of the right thigh. We're going to press into the back foot foot firmly as our foundation. Find that lift from the pelvic floor that we did in cross-legged and reach your left fingertips up towards the sky for a little modified low lunge. Inhale in deeply here. You can lift the chest, find length through the crown of the head, and then exhale, release. Hands come to the ground. We'll bring the right knee all the way back to the mat or the blanket, and we're gonna just do the same thing on the other side. So send the left heel back, stretch, stretch, stretch. Work that left foot all the way up. Come into a nice low lunge. Front knee over front ankle, toes pointing forward. Here we go. Left hand to the top of the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward, up and back. We're pressing into that right foot for stability. We're lifting up from the pelvic floor. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale to release. Hands come to the mat. We'll bring the knees back down. We're going to end in an extended child's pose here today. So walk the knees wide. Toes come together. Inhale to look forward and exhale to melt the hips back. And this is going to be your final posture for this practice today. So allow the weight of your head to come down to the earth. Allow the heart to melt. And take 3 deep breaths in and out. Maybe closing your eyes. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling completely. Softening the belly as we open the hips here, reaching the fingertips forward as we invite the shoulders to open, the heart to melt. Take one last breath in. And exhale to release. Beautiful work. The hardest part is showing up. And thank you for being here today. See you soon. Namaste.
How can fans score big at the gym?
By cash backing.
Cash backing.